The reason why I'm doing this is in case all this is lost. I'm wondering where these stones, who carved these stones, where they come from. We're going to go to the Kenton spot and the Hewitt spot. Bear with me. I'm doing all this from memory. Okay. But I'm going to show you guys how to get in here. So you take the Alice Night Trail. Alright. Where we're going is really, see where that tree is? Oh, well look, somebody put a paint marker up. We're going across there. Now, everything I'm going to tell you come from reputable sources like Laidley, Hale, Lewis, Atkinson, all the books recommended by State Archives, okay, and a couple more like Edna Kenton, who was a on the family tree of Kenton. All this comes from reading all those books and putting it all together. But in 1771, Simon Kenton, Yeager and Strader come to the Salt Licks at up 2 Mile, and they camped there for, well, from 1771 to 1772, when they went out and to Point Pleasant, and when they traded furs and got more ammo and supplies, come back here and stayed the winter. This is Magazine Branch. It's named Kohala for some reason. All I can find on it is shale, which would have been used during the Revolutionary period. Magazine Branch, the ridge is Coonskin Ridge. Anyway, they've come back. You know, they've leveled out a spot, made camp, and come back, and Kenton was changing out of the wet clothes. They was wrapping up their guns and stuff. And as Kenton stepped out of the camp, he saw Yeager get struck by a bullet from an Indian, and him and Strader made their escape by going north, following the moss of the trees. As you can see, this is the Hemlock Trail. Okay. That's what J.P. Hale calls the first presence of white man, first sign of presence of white man in the Kanawha Valley. As you can see here, we got stacked stones. See, stacked stones up there. Now, Back to the Hewitts. The Hewitts moved here. They say about somewhere between 1775 and 1780. They don't really know for sure, but they could have been here sooner. And we don't know who they brought with them either. But they brought another family with them. And they stayed here for 9 years. Clearing land, stacking up rocks. And looky there. And farming, hunting, and trapping. And they moved in side by side. The Hewitts had two boys. And they were strong and used to the hard life, you know, pioneer life. And the other family had a pretty little girl. It's just like it was once a chimney here. They constructed their cabin side by side. Right? And one day, the youngest boy shows up missing. He doesn't come back. And finally the girl breaks down and tells everybody what happened. Remember, they was here for 9 years. Okay? Piling up stone, making gardens and fields and doing things. So one day the little boy, you know, they're growing up some, he asked the girl to marry, and with regret, she tells the man, no, that you can't marry him because she already promised her hand, another rock pile here, in marriage to his older brother. With that, it broke the guy's heart, and he left, and he went out past Point Pleasant and out into Ohio country. Vowed never to return, much less he was so heartbroken that he became a hermit. And he died in his cave with his dog. And so when you're walking through here, there's another pile right there. These rock piles that you're seeing, that's where they come from. It's the Hewitt family. And what other family was here that I don't know about, we can only suspect. But this could have very well at one time been a pioneer outpost, a simple outpost. Right there, right there, right there, right there. It's hard to tell really what they was doing out here, but apparently, I mean, the ridge got its name Coonskin Ridge for a reason. There's a bunch of coons out here And when somebody walked up on the camp, the homestead, all they saw was a bunch of coonskin pelts being tanned and dried for tanning, being prepared. So that's the legend of coonskin. There are more rocks out here. You walk all over them. The carved bowl back there, I'm told that there's another one here somewhere, though I haven't been able to find it. I've looked for it pretty harshly. But all this, if things go through, all this will be covered up by dirt and a runway, and people will be landing on it, which is sort of poetic in a way, but heartbreaking in another. Now see, this structure had purpose, right? See how they're stacked? It's not willy-nilly. That one had purpose. So you can throw away the old rumor about this being Indian rock piles. Although the Indians may have camped here, this ain't from them.